found it very difficult to find work after April of 2011. Yeah, I was a telecoms engineer for a mobile phone company, contracting for them, and I was living in a shared flat in the Clapham area. I had to move out of there with very short notice, 1 day's notice, because the guy I was staying with didn't pay his rent, so that made me homeless.
2009 I was made redundant, but again didn't worry too much because thought that I would be able to get another job. Because of the nature of my job, I worked in sales, and that was something that did used to happen to you, quite a lot. So, and I'd always gone into other jobs, so didn't think there'd be a problem. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But in that time, we lived on our savings. Unfortunately, as soon as the savings had dried up, we still could not get full housing benefit to cover our rent.
So I went down to the council building and I told them I was homeless. Answered all the questions. They said, "Okay, here's a leaflet. We can't help you. We can't house you." So I walked out of there, still homeless and still, without any help from them.
Because we couldn't keep up with the rent payments, the arrears got quite high and we were evicted. And we were told to go to the local authority, which we duly went. And I was amazed that they couldn't help us. They said that I wasn't classed as a vulnerable adult, and so the help was virtually non-existent. Unfortunately, because they couldn't help us, we rang every hostel on the list and they couldn't help us either. So we were faced with the possibility that we would have to sleep in the car. And that's exactly what we did, and it was terrifying.
I was in tent for 4 weeks. I was on Putney Heath, right in the bushes. Lots of creepy crawlies and nasties, and it's cold and you're alone. So it's a horrible experience.
As a result of what happened, the family have split up, and I ended up here in this hostel, and I have been put in touch with all sorts of different homeless charities and different services that have been able to help me go forward. But unfortunately, every day I see women being turned away from this hostel because it's full all the time.
At the moment I'm in a hostel because the night shelters were cold weather night shelters, and they closed on April the 1st. And I'm in this hostel because I challenged the council's decision not to house me. Without that challenging them, I probably wouldn't be in here, I'd be on the streets. I always thought that I could find another job because I've done it so many times before. I never really worried about the consequences getting this bad. But once it starts happening, it's real, and you are in a tent and you are in a night shelter and you're looking for jobs and you can't find a job. It's opened my eyes completely to how rough and how bad it is out there for a lot of people, normal people.
My view is that most people would not be able to find a place like this, certainly in the present climate, and it'd be very, very difficult for them. And that sort of experience will taint their lives, and they'll find it very difficult to come back from that.